What are you looking at? What you're about to see is terrifying as it captures for the first time the truly horrifying withdrawal symptoms that police officers experience when they are denied their daily dose of the powerful mind-altering drug called... Give me your ID. It's okay to turn away. Reasonable articulable suspicion is defined as facts and circumstances that would lead a reasonable person to believe that a particular person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a specific crime. In the upcoming video, just ask yourself, what facts and circumstances does the officer have that would lead him to believe that the subject he's dealing with had committed, is committing, or is about to commit a specific crime? This one is nowhere close. And if you've happened to see the video already, well, I look at it from a different perspective. I can look at it both from the perspective of the subject as well as the officer. And I cover the subtle nuances that in other analysis I'm sure that they haven't covered. Appreciate you guys. Let's get started.
What's going on, man? Hey, we took a call saying that you might be sleeping out here.
No, I was laying down for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Laying on my back.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the sky.
Okay. You got your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Am I doing something illegal?
Well, we got called here for suspicious activity, so I got an ID.
Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
Huh?
Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
Is it a misdemeanor or a felony? Well, it could be a misdemeanor if you failure to identify yourself.
Well,
A call is not a crime. It's not reasonable suspicion of a call. It's reasonable suspicion of a specific crime. This whole thing about that felony or misdemeanor, it doesn't work. You see how the officer uses a segue to say, well, it's a misdemeanor if you don't ID, so that it didn't work. Is that when the officer talked about we got a call, so what? I don't care if God called. It's reasonable suspicion of a specific crime. It's not reasonable suspicion of a call, and that's what they try to do all the time. Suspicion is not the legal test. You cannot detain on hunches, gut feelings, mere suspicion, or to conduct fishing expeditions. Okay, I'm going to shut up and go away. We'll watch the rest of the video. We'll see you at the end.
unless I'm breaking a law, I'm not going to ID.
Okay, so you're choosing to get arrested instead of just giving me your name.
I'm choosing to not break a law, which I'm not doing. Am I breaking a law?
By not giving me your identification, yes, you
No,
are.
That's not the way it
Yes,
works.
that's interference.
Are you detaining me or am I free to go?
No, you're being detained.
For what?
Because we're investigating suspicious.
You give me reasonable, articulable suspicion.
We got called here by a third party for an individual sleeping by the flagpole.
Okay.
You're the only person here by the flagpole.
Did you see me sleeping?
No, you just admitted to me that you were.
I never said anything about sleeping. I said I was laying on my back and I was looking at the sky.
Okay.
Is that illegal?
No, but
Okay.
we still got called here, so we got to investigate it.
Well, you call him back and you tell him that I wasn't sleeping.
Okay, so are you going to give me your name
No,
or
I'm
not?
not.
Okay, stand up, turn around. You're under arrest.
Is this really how it works?
Yes, that is how it works,
I'm
man.
like a supervisor here.
Okay. Hey, release your hands for me, dude. Release. I'm going to double lock you so they don't tighten up.
We're here to investigate. Doesn't mean I have to ID. This isn't a Terry stop. I'm not breaking the law.
All right. Hey, you want to take him to your car?
Yep.
Is this your stuff?
I'm not answering any more questions. I want an attorney.
Okay, go ahead. Take him. 3060 Lee Con, we'll be 95.
What an awesome arrest. I mean, you guys, I tell you, these are heroes. They're heroes in blue. They made an awesome arrest. Public safety was enhanced. I assume there must have been somebody he was hurting or property damage. I mean, why would they have arrested him? Why did they go after his ID? All kidding aside. Because they wanted to run him for warrants. That's it. They just wanted the information to run him for warrants. This is occurring all over the United States. I don't know if they're learning this in the academy, but they're sure learning it in the field training program and in-service training. And that's the weakest link in this training program for police, field training. I'm not saying the academies are, 100% or anything like that, but they're not as bad as field training. Field training officers across the board, they're instructing these kids that they come into the program. You're going to demand ID under threat of arrest or force and violence because it's a guaranteed way to make an arrest. Plus, we want to check everybody for warrants. Don't worry about making shit up. Just get the cuffs on. Let's ruin a life. And then you have the 50% or 75% or whatever it is of Americans who pony up their ID, no questions asked. Well, I support our police, and I want to help them out make their job easier because the best thing in the world is to give up my Fourth Amendment rights to a random government worker who doesn't give two shits about me or anything else other than his salary, vacation, and retirement. Okay, let's look at some other fun facts in this situation. None of them are beneficial to the subject who was falsely arrested because they want to run him for warrants. Okay, let's start with. First things first, remember when Walden showed up, we got a call. You're suspicious. Somebody said you did something even though there wasn't a crime reported. But then they used that to demand ID, and they did what they wanted to do. They arrested him for failing to ID because they wanted to run him for warrants. I know I keep saying that, but it's that important. Oh, before I forget, guess who the caller was? If you didn't already know, it was an off-duty police officer. They set the guy up. And when he showed up, when Walden showed up and said, we got a call, he was obviously talking about the off-duty officer. I mean, they can do this all day long. This is no doubt pattern and practice within this police department. The second thing is, sure enough, the local corrupt prosecutor took the case to trial. He actually decided to prosecute this guy for sitting on a park bench watching the sunrise over the Missouri River. I mean, you gotta love the way government does this. Now, fortunately, the judge did dismiss the charges. Next is the subject did file a federal lawsuit, but just like the DA taking those bogus charges to trial, when it comes to fighting the federal lawsuit, the city of Keokuk, Iowa is fighting tooth and nail. There was a federal jury trial set back in August, but I think it was delayed. I know Lackluster is kind of keeping an eye on it. And there's one last thing, and I've never heard it discussed, but we're going to discuss it now. They approached this gentleman because they got a call, which then made him suspicious. So the police approached him because of a call. Here's what I want everybody to understand. Flip that on the cops. Had there not been a call and they saw that gentleman sitting on that park bench in a park watching the sunrise over the Missouri River, would they have made contact with him? Yes or no? It's yes or no. That means he wasn't committing a crime. They would have made contact had he been committing a crime or suspected of committing a crime. That's a perfect question to ask when they're on the stand. Well, you arrested the guy, you demanded his ID and arrested the guy because you got a call. But if you had actually seen him without the benefit of the call, would you even have made contact? What does that say? It says he wasn't doing anything wrong. We're going to close out with a tribute to Keokuk, Iowa police officer Tanner Walden for being such an outstanding and professional law enforcement officer. He saved the people of Keokuk, Iowa from themselves. So I went ahead and put together a little tribute for Keokuk, Iowa police officer Tanner Walden, just to make sure that he is properly recognized and let him know that we all appreciate the job he does. So here we go. Tanner, that's my sister you with. You better get them lights on right now.